Hello friends, once again I am here with you all taking a topic which is mostly asked by students about human resource accounting and auditing. So in today's topic we are going to see a part 1, that is of human resource accounting. We are going to see about the meaning, the definitions, and what are the objectives behind doing a human resource accounting. So let's start with it. So here we are having the meaning of human resource accounting. Friends, the word accounting itself says that there will be some kind of calculations. Then when we are considering humans, do we consider them as an asset? Probably no. But in the business world, mostly the corporate sector treat human resources as their asset, because a cream human resource will make them more profit for that organization. Like HRA is also called as human resource asset. In the very first line we have described it, that human resource accounting is also called as human resource asset. As we are developing and moving towards modern era, in business corporates we find that each and every employee is being assigned or hired for a specific role, task or position. The employees are empowered with certain perquisites and allowances. The employee enjoys the incentives like bonus, commission, travel allowance, foreign tours, etc. The expenses incurred to hire, train, develop and retain the employee, all these expenses are recorded, summarized, classified, analyzed and reviewed. Such practice of recording expenses incurred on employees is called as human resource accounting. Here, while seeing the meaning of human resource accounting, one thing you might have noticed that the expenses incurred or to hire, here I am just pointing out it. From here you can see that the expenses incurred to hire, train, develop and retain the employee, all these expenses are, first one is recorded, summarized, classified, analyzed and reviewed. Okay, here what you have seen, that recorded, summarized, classified, analyzed. Do you remember something after reading all these terms? These terms we can see in the definition of accountancy. Okay, so in human resource also, whatever expenses are incurred on the human resources, whatever expenses are done on the human resources, all those expenses are recorded, they are properly summarized, they are accordingly classified and they are analyzed and reviewed. But why? The question is why? Why these kind of terms we have to study? You know that human resource is a very important part of any business organization, because without a human resource no business organization can run smoothly. That's why we are calling it as human resource asset. Then while recruiting the human resource, the company calculates the CTC. The full form of CTC is cost to company, that how much the company or the corporation or the business is going to spend on that human resource for the tenure for which he is hired, and what they will get from him in future. All these things are calculated in human resource accounting. Some expenses are written here, that The employees enjoys the incentives like bonus, commission, travel allowance, foreign tours. They get salaries. They get some perquisites like home, car. All these facilities are provided to the human resources. While we are comparing these human resources with government employees and private employees, government employees get a fixed salary, and their salary also goes increasing year by year, irrespective of their performance. But when we are considering about the private sector employees, their salaries are increasing on the basis of their performances, how they are performing for a certain period of time, how they are achieving their task. Just in a second line, we have seen that corporates, we find that each and every employee is being assigned or hired for a specific role. Yes, the business world is also becoming day by day dynamic. It is changing day by day. The requirements are changing. The expectations from the available human resource is also changing. So for maintaining all these things, the human resource accounting is required. Here, it's an expenditure made on employees and getting returns in future. That's what we have just now seen, that it is an expenditure made on employees and getting returns in future. Now I am paying to you. Okay, now I am paying to you. I am deciding what is your payment will be. While taking an interview, the interviewer asks the interviewee, what is the expectation from this job? How much would you like to have from this job? And the interviewer says that maybe 50K per month or likewise. It depends upon the nature of the job. But this CTC is fixed at the time of interview itself. This is what the corporate people think, that whatever they are paying, they has to get something in return in future from that employee. So the human resource accounting records the efficiency and potential of employees in monetary terms. Yes, how efficiently an employee is working, what are his potentials, how he can give more and more profit, how he can make more and more profit for the company, how he can be a beneficial asset for the company. All these things can be measured in monetary terms. Such costs should be treated as an investment in human. It should be considered as an asset and not an expenses or a liability. Here, the emphasis has been given on that the humans, here the emphasis has been given on that the human should be considered as an asset and not an expense or liability. Clear? Several psychological and motivational scientists are developing ways and means to calculate the cost and return relationship of human resources. They are deriving various formulae to efficiently ascertain various costs related to manpower planning, appraisals, HR development programs, identify training needs, cost reduction techniques, budgetary control measures, facilities allocations, rewards and motivations, morale of employees, etc. There are so many things are there, on the basis of which we can ascertain different costs which we are making or which we are incurring on the employees. So this is the meaning of human resource accounting. In simple terms, we can say it as HRA. It records the efficiency and potential of an employee in monetary terms. Okay. The expenditure which a corporate world made on the employees, that expenditure, that cost is recorded in human resource accounting. On that expenditure, the corporate or the business expects something from that employee, in the form of profit, in the form of increasing the sales volume, or in any way. Okay, so now let's move towards the definitions. So there are different definitions available of human resource accounting. The very first definition we are going to see, it is of the American Accounting Society Committee on Human Resource Accounting. It defines it as follows: human resource accounting is the process of identifying and measuring data about human resources and communicating this information to interested parties. What does the human resource accounting do according to American Accounting Society Committee? The process of identifying and measuring data about human resources and communicating this information to interested parties. Who are the interested parties? Maybe the board of directors, the management, they are the interested parties. In simple terms, it is an extension of the accounting principle of matching cost and revenues and of organizing to communicate relevant information in financial terms. Okay. The second definition is given by Mr. Woodruff, Junior Vice President of R.J. Batty Corporation, defines it as follows: human resource accounting is an attempt. In first definition we have seen that it is a process. In second definition we are seeing it is an attempt. So what kind of attempt it is? It is an attempt to identify and report investments made in human resources of an organization that are presently not accounted for in conventional accounting practice. Look, in conventional accounting practices we are not recording how efficient an employee is. So these are the potentials the employee possesses. These are the skills of the employees have. He has increases this much of sales volume in the particular year. We don't do this kind of things in conventional accounting, right? So basically it is an information system that tells the management what changes over time are occurring to the human resources of the business. The first definition was relating to identifying and measuring data and communicating to the interested person or interested parties. And second definition explains us about identify and report investments made in human resources. Whatever investments a business making on that human resource within that organization, that are identified and they are reported and that are presently not accounted in conventional accounting, that we have seen it. Basically it is an information system. What it is? It is just an information system. Not just, it is more than that information. It is an information system that tells the management. That means we can say that HRA is helpful for managerial decision making relating to the human resource which are working in that organization. Yes, we can extract this meaning from the definition. So moving towards next definition, M.N. Baker defines human resource accounting as follows: human resource accounting is the term applied by the accountancy profession to quantify the cost and value of employees to their employing organization. Okay. The first two definitions give us the broad view of human resource accounting. This definition tells us about it is applied. It is a term applied by whom? By the accountancy profession. The CAs, accountants, they have applied this term as human resource accounting. Why? To quantify the cost and values of employees to their employing organization. To communicate, to give the message to the organization that this much cost has been incurred on the employees for this period for this particular year. This information can be communicated to the organization with the help of human resource accounting. Another management consultant, Stephen Knopf, has defined HRA as the measurement of quantification of human organization inputs such as, listen it carefully, the measurement of quantification of human organization inputs such as recruitment, training, experience and commitment. The four terms they have given, that four inputs, that is recruitment, training, experience and commitment. These are the measurement of quantification of human organizations. It is said by Stephen Knopf. Thus, human resource accounting may be defined as a process of accounting which identifies, quantifies and measures human resources for the use of management to cope up with the changes in its quantum and quality, so that equilibrium could be achieved in between the required resources and the provided human resources. In short, we can say that what is human resource accounting? So, human resource accounting is nothing but it is a term which is used to measure the expenses which are made on the human resources, and by calculating, by computing, by quantifying all those expenses, by recording all those expenses, they are preparing a report of that expenses and they are putting it in front of the management, so that the management can take decisions. Okay, just now we have seen that the business organizations are really very dynamic, they are changing day by day. So, for coping up with these changes which are there in the business environment, the management requires the information relating to human resources, the information relating to the expenses incurred on the human resources within that organization. So, these are the four definitions we have seen about human resource accounting. Now, we will move towards the objective of human resource accounting. What is the reason behind maintaining this human resource accounting? Whether it is helpful or not. By looking at the meaning and the definition, we can say definitely it is helpful, but technically how it is helpful to the management, we will see. The very first point tells us about that to furnish cost value information for making proper and effective management decisions about acquiring, allocating, developing and maintaining human resources in order to achieve cost effective organizational objectives. So, what is the first objective of HRA? To furnish, to provide the cost value information. To whom? To the management, for taking decisions relating to recruitment, relating to promotions, relating to transfers, relating to development of their employees. All this kind of information gathered at one place, so that the management can take proper decisions towards its human resource. Why? To achieve cost effective organizational objectives. This information is also helpful for increasing and decreasing the expenses made on the human resources. And the cost accountant will look after it, that how much expenses are done on the human resources. Second one is to monitor effectively the use of human resources by the management. With the HRA, we can easily monitor that how the human resource is utilized in that organization. This is also one objective of HRA. Third one, to have an analysis of the human asset, that is, whether such assets are conserved, depleted, or appreciated. It is quite obvious. When we are monitoring, we are reporting, we are recording the information related to human resources, we can easily analyze whether such assets are conserved, depleted, or appreciated. The fourth point is to aid in the development of management principles and proper decision making for the future by classifying financial consequences of various practices. What it is said? Proper decision making for the future. We all are doing family budgets, okay, that these are all our expenses, these are our savings, we are going to expend on these things in this month or the year. Likewise, the organizations are also having their budgets. So the HRA provides the information for taking decisions relating to future, for predicting something in future will come. How they will predict? On basis of what? On basis of today's information. Like we have seen in accounting historical cost. Yes, that is the same thing we are looking into it. On the basis of past performance, we are predicting something that this will happen in future. We are not sure about it, but we can make planning according to that. We can manage things according to that. Whatever we are having in our past or whatever historical data is available with us. Okay. In all, it facilitates valuation of human resources, recording the valuation in the books of account, and disclosure of the information in the financial statement. This is quite simple object which can be easily understood by you all. Okay. The sixth point is, further it is to help the organization in decision making in the following areas, that is direct recruitment versus promotion, transfer versus retention, retrenchment versus retention, impact on budgetary controls of human relations and organizational behavior, decision on reallocation of plants, closing down existing units and developing overseas subsidiaries. One example I would like to quote over here. If suppose one company is working in Latur, and here the output from the human resources is not better, is not up to the benchmark which the organization has expected from the business in Latur area. If the human resource accounting is followed in that organization, then the management can easily take decisions on reallocation of plants, closing down existing units and developing overseas subsidiaries, etc. So all these points which we have seen over here in the objectives, these all points are centralized on a major point, that the objective behind maintaining human resource accounting is managerial decision about the cost effectiveness of that business, about the promotion, recruitment, allocation of that employees, about closing down or developing overseas subsidiaries or developing new plants in new areas. All these things can be decided with the help of the information provided by human resource accounting. So this is for now. In this today's topic, we have seen the concept, the meaning of human resource accounting, their definitions, and the objectives why human resource accounting is required or how it is helpful. Okay, in next video we are going to see about human resource auditing. So thank you for now. I hope you all are safe and healthy at your homes. Be safe, be healthy, take care of yours, and don't forget to subscribe the channel, because our channel is not limited up to preparing the syllabus based videos or the information relating to commerce management, accountancy. It is beyond that. I am going to prepare some videos which are related to competitive exams also. Likewise, in a very short span of time, I am going to make a video on how to prepare the Union Public Service Commission exams, that is UPSC. Okay, thank you for watching this. Have a good day.